CLEP Principles of Management Quality Control. Question 1. Before choosing an answer about a manager sends instructions and performance expectations to employees during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A. Downward communication. Option B. Upward communication. Option C. Horizontal communication. Option D. Grapevine. The correct answer is option A. Downward communication. Downward communication fits because downward communication flows from higher levels to lower levels. Upward communication is different because it moves from employees to managers, horizontal communication is different because it moves among peers, and grapevine is different because it is informal and unofficial. Question 2. One manager notices that managers inspect inputs before production begins during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A. Concurrent control. Option B. Feedback control. Option C. Clan control. Option D. Feed-forward control. The correct answer is option D. Feed-forward control. Feed-forward control fits because feed-forward control prevents problems by checking resources or plans before work starts. Concurrent control is different because it monitors work while it occurs. Feedback control is different because it evaluates completed results, and clan control is different because it relies on shared values. Question 3. Could a case where leaders explain why old habits must change before introducing a new system inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A. Unfreezing. Option B. Refreezing. Option C. Controlling. Option D. Recruiting. The correct answer is option A. Unfreezing. Unfreezing fits because unfreezing prepares people to let go of current behaviors and accept change. Refreezing is different because it stabilizes the new behavior. Controlling is different because it measures performance against standards, and recruiting is different because it attracts applicants. Question 4. Why would a scenario where a routine refund request is handled with an established policy inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A. Program decision. Option B. Non-program decision. Option C. Strategic alliance. Option D. Job enrichment. The correct answer is option A. Program decision. Program decision fits because program decisions use rules or procedures for recurring problems. Non-program decision is different because it addresses new and unusual situations. Strategic alliance is different because it is cooperation between firms, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work. Question 5. Where does a manager compares actual spending with the budgeted amount and investigates the difference in a call center for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A. Variance analysis. Option B. Job analysis. Option C. Brainstorming. Option D. Organization chart. The correct answer is option A. Variance analysis. Variance analysis fits because variance analysis identifies gaps between planned and actual results. Job analysis is different because it studies job content, brainstorming is different because it generates ideas, and organization chart is different because it shows reporting lines. Question 6. Should a student connect an HR specialist advises managers about hiring rules without running their departments at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A. Staff authority. Option B. Line authority. Option C. Centralization. Option D. Concurrent control. The correct answer is option A. Staff authority. Staff authority fits because staff authority supports line managers with specialized advice. Line authority is different because it directly commands core work. Centralization is different because it concerns where decisions are made, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work in progress. Question 7. Which concept is shown when executives respond to a crisis the company has never faced before in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit? Option A. Program decision. Option B. Procedure. Option C. Non-program decision. Option D. Standing plan. The correct answer is option C. Non-program decision. Non-program decision fits because non-program decisions are novel, complex, and not solved by routine rules. Program decision is different because it handles repeated problems, procedure is different because it gives routine steps, and standing plan is different because it guides recurring situations. Question 8. Employees are grouped into departments such as finance, marketing, and operations at a university office for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A. Divisional structure. Option B. Matrix structure. Option C. Functional structure. Option D. Virtual team. The correct answer is option C. Functional structure. Functional structure fits because a functional structure groups people by similar skills or activities. Divisional structure is different because it groups by product, customer, or geography. Matrix structure is different because it creates dual reporting lines, and virtual team is different because it works across distance through technology. Question 9. During a management case, materials arrive shortly before they are needed in production during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, safety stock. Option B, job rotation. Option C, just-in-time inventory. Option D, SWOT analysis. The correct answer is option C, just-in-time inventory. Just-in-time inventory fits because JIT reduces inventory holding by coordinating deliveries closely with production needs. Safety stock is different because it keeps extra inventory as a buffer. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and SWOT analysis is different because it studies strategic factors. Question 10. How should a manager classify a situation where a company reinforces a new process until it becomes the normal way to work during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, unfreezing. Option B, refreezing. Option C, storming. Option D, forecasting. The correct answer is option B, refreezing. Refreezing fits because refreezing stabilizes a change so the new behavior lasts. Unfreezing is different because it prepares people for change, storming is different because it is a team development stage, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 11. When employees share unwritten values about how work should be done during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, organization chart. Option B, budget. Option C, job specification. Option D, organizational culture. The correct answer is option D, organizational culture. Organizational culture fits because organizational culture is the shared values, beliefs, and assumptions of members. Organization chart is different because it shows formal structure, budget is different because it allocates money, and job specification is different because it lists required qualifications. Question 12. After a leader asks employees for input before making an important decision during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, democratic leadership. Option B, autocratic leadership. Option C, laissez-faire leadership. Option D, transactional leadership. The correct answer is option A, democratic leadership. Democratic leadership fits because democratic leadership involves participation and shared input. Autocratic leadership is different because it relies on leader-centered decision-making. Laissez-faire leadership is different because it provides minimal direction, and transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes exchanges of rewards for performance. Question 13. If a production manager directly supervises employees who make the company's product inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, line authority. Option B, staff authority. Option C, informal authority. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option A, line authority. Line authority fits because line authority is direct authority over core work activities. Staff authority is different because it provides advice and support. Informal authority is different because it comes from relationships rather than formal position, and mediation is different because it helps parties settle a dispute. Question 14. To analyze a case where leaders explain the organization's basic purpose and reason for existing inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, procedure. Option B, mission statement. Option C, variance report. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option B, mission statement. Mission statement fits because a mission statement states what the organization does and why it exists. Procedure is different because it gives step-by-step instructions. Variance report is different because it compares actual results with standards, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications for a job. Question 15. For an exam item where a department reaches the goal that customers actually value in a call center for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, efficiency. Option B, specialization. Option C, filtering. Option D, effectiveness. The correct answer is option D, effectiveness. Effectiveness fits because effectiveness means achieving intended goals and doing the right things. Efficiency is different because it focuses on resource use, specialization is different because it divides work into narrow tasks, and filtering is different because it distorts messages. Question 16. In a workplace example where an employee compares pay and effort with coworkers and judges fairness at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A. Expectancy theory. Option B. Maslow's theory. Option C. Equity theory. Option D. TQM. The correct answer is option C. Equity theory. Equity theory fits because equity theory focuses on perceived fairness between inputs and outcomes. Expectancy theory is different because it asks whether effort will lead to valued rewards. Maslow's theory is different because it ranks needs in a hierarchy, and TQM is different because it focuses on continuous quality improvement. Question 17. Before choosing an answer about leaders, describe what the organization wants to become in the future in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit. Which concept should stand out? Option A. Role. Option B. Job description. Option C. Concurrent control. Option D. Vision statement. The correct answer is option D. Vision statement. Vision statement fits because a vision statement expresses an inspiring future state. Role is different because it states a specific required or prohibited behavior. Job description is different because it lists duties of a position, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work while it is happening. Question 18. One manager notices that a supervisor assigns employees to shifts and sets task timing at a university office for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A. Work scheduling. Option B. Job analysis. Option C. Strategic vision. Option D. Mediation. The correct answer is option A. Work scheduling. Work scheduling fits because work scheduling determines when tasks and workers are needed. Job analysis is different because it studies duties and requirements. Strategic vision is different because it describes a desired future, and mediation is different because it helps resolve disputes. Question 19. Could a case where managers coordinate suppliers, production, logistics, and customers during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A. Span of control. Option B. Equity theory. Option C. Downward communication. Option D. Supply chain management. The correct answer is option D. Supply chain management. Supply chain management fits because supply chain management connects the flow of materials, information, and products across organizations. Span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Equity theory is different because it concerns fairness, and downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Question 20. Why would a scenario where major decisions must be approved by top executives during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A. Centralization. Option B. Decentralization. Option C. Empowerment. Option D. Horizontal communication. The correct answer is option A. Centralization. Centralization fits because centralization concentrates decision authority at higher levels. Decentralization is different because it pushes authority to lower levels. Empowerment is different because it gives employees more discretion, and horizontal communication is different because it flows among peers. Question 21. Where does middle managers convert broad goals into departmental actions during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A. Strategic planning. Option B. Tactical planning. Option C. Orientation. Option D. Collective bargaining. The correct answer is option B. Tactical planning. Tactical planning fits because tactical planning translates strategy into plans for units or departments. Strategic planning is different because it is broader and handled mainly by top management. Orientation is different because it introduces new employees to the organization, and collective bargaining is different because it is negotiation between labor and management. Question 22. Should a student connect managers study broad principles such as unity of command and division of work during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A. Administrative management. Option B. Scientific management. Option C. Quantitative management. Option D. E-business. The correct answer is option A. Administrative management. Administrative management fits because administrative management focuses on general principles for managing organizations. Scientific management is different because it focuses more on individual task efficiency. Quantitative management is different because it applies mathematical models, and e-business is different because it uses digital technology for business processes. Question 23. Which concept is shown when work is studied to find the most efficient way to perform each task inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit? Option A. Human relations approach. Option B. Contingency theory. Option C. Scientific management. Option D. Bureaucracy. The correct answer is option C. Scientific management. Scientific management fits because scientific management emphasizes task analysis, standard methods, and efficiency. Human relations approach is different because it emphasizes social needs and worker attitudes. Contingency theory is different because it argues management depends on the situation, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes hierarchy and rules. Question 24. A company compares its process with industry leaders to find improvement targets inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, forecasting. Option B, orientation. Option C, mediation. Option D, benchmarking. The correct answer is option D, benchmarking. Benchmarking fits because benchmarking studies best practices to improve performance. Forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions, orientation is different because it introduces new employees, and mediation is different because it guides conflict resolution. Question 25. During a management case, a leader gives capable experts broad freedom and little direct supervision in a call center for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, bureaucratic leadership. Option C, laissez-faire leadership. Option D, transactional leadership. The correct answer is option C, laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership fits because laissez-faire leadership minimizes leader control and allows follower autonomy. Autocratic leadership is different because it is directive and centralized. Bureaucratic leadership is different because it follows rules closely, and transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes rewards and corrections. Question 26. How should a manager classify a situation where a company identifies a patented process it owns as an advantage at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, strength. Option B, threat. Option C, opportunity. Option D, weakness. The correct answer is option A, strength. Strength fits because a strength is an internal positive capability or resource. Threat is different because it is an external danger, opportunity is different because it is an external positive condition, and weakness is different because it is an internal limitation. Question 27. When managers estimate future sales before setting staffing levels in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, delegation. Option B, forecasting. Option C, job enrichment. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option B, forecasting. Forecasting fits because forecasting predicts future conditions so managers can plan more intelligently. Delegation is different because it assigns responsibility and authority. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility to a job, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral party to guide dispute resolution. Question 28. After everyone in the organization works continuously to improve quality and satisfy customers at a university office for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, scientific management. Option B, total quality management. Option C, centralization. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option B, total quality management. Total quality management fits because TQM emphasizes continuous improvement, customer focus, and employee involvement. Scientific management is different because it emphasizes task efficiency, centralization is different because it concentrates decisions at the top, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor terms. Question 29. If a neutral third party hears a dispute and makes a binding decision during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, mediation. Option B, brainstorming. Option C, arbitration. Option D, job rotation. The correct answer is option C, arbitration. Arbitration fits because arbitration gives the third party authority to decide the outcome. Mediation is different because it helps parties negotiate without imposing a decision. Brainstorming is different because it generates ideas, and job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs. Question 30. To analyze a case where a team ignores warning signs because members want agreement more than realistic evaluation during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, constructive conflict. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, equity theory. Option D, groupthink. The correct answer is option D, groupthink. Groupthink fits because groupthink occurs when pressure for harmony weakens critical thinking. Constructive conflict is different because it encourages useful disagreement. Benchmarking is different because it compares with best practices, and equity theory is different because it focuses on perceived fairness. Question 31. For an exam item where a supervisor paraphrases an employee's concern before responding during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, active listening. Option B, filtering. Option C, noise. Option D, downward control. The correct answer is option A, active listening. Active listening fits because active listening checks understanding and shows attention to the speaker. Filtering is different because it distorts information before it reaches the receiver. Noise is different because it interferes with communication, and downward control is different because it is not a standard communication concept. Question 32. In a workplace example where a firm discovers its outdated software is hurting productivity during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A, strength. Option B, opportunity. Option C, weakness. Option D, threat. The correct answer is option C, weakness. Weakness fits because a weakness is an internal limitation that can reduce performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage, opportunity is different because it comes from a favorable external condition, and threat is different because it comes from an unfavorable external condition. Question 33. Before choosing an answer about a team generates many ideas before judging any of them inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, groupthink. Option B, brainstorming. Option C, arbitration. Option D, budgeting. The correct answer is option B, brainstorming. Brainstorming fits because brainstorming separates idea generation from evaluation to encourage creativity. Groupthink is different because it pressures members toward agreement. Arbitration is different because it lets a third party decide a dispute, and budgeting is different because it plans financial resources. Question 34. One manager notices that managers recognize that social needs and group norms affect productivity inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, scientific management. Option B, classical bureaucracy. Option C, PERT. Option D, human relations approach. The correct answer is option D, human relations approach. Human relations approach fits because the human relations approach emphasizes people, morale, and social factors at work. Scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient task methods. Classical bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes formal rules and hierarchy, and PERT is different because it schedules project activities. Question 35. Could a case where each side gives up part of what it wants to reach a settlement in a call center for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A, collaboration. Option B, avoidance. Option C, accommodation. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option D, compromise. Compromise fits because compromise resolves conflict through mutual concessions. Collaboration is different because it seeks a fuller win-win solution. Avoidance is different because it sidesteps the issue, and accommodation is different because it yields to the other side. Question 36. Why would a scenario where managers track economic, legal, technological, and social forces outside the firm at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A, internal strength. Option B, job description. Option C, span of control. Option D, external environment. The correct answer is option D, external environment. External environment fits because the external environment includes outside forces that affect organizational decisions. Internal strength is different because it is a capability inside the firm. Job description is different because it lists a position's duties, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 37. Where does branch managers are allowed to solve local customer problems without headquarters approval in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, centralization. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, decentralization. Option D, forecasting. The correct answer is option C, decentralization. Decentralization fits because decentralization gives lower levels more authority to make decisions. Centralization is different because it keeps authority at the top, bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 38. Should a student connect a manager recognizes that basic needs must be met before higher growth needs motivate employees at a university office for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A, equity theory. Option B, expectancy theory. Option C, reinforcement theory. Option D, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The correct answer is option D, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs fits because Maslow's theory arranges needs from basic physiological needs to self-actualization. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness comparisons. Expectancy theory is different because it links effort, performance, and rewards, and reinforcement theory is different because it uses consequences to shape behavior. Question 39. Which concept is shown when a neutral third party helps disputing employees reach their own agreement during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit? Option A. Arbitration. Option B. Collective bargaining. Option C. Groupthink. Option D. Mediation. The correct answer is option D. Mediation. Mediation fits because mediation guides the process without imposing a binding decision. Arbitration is different because it usually gives the third-party decision power. Collective bargaining is different because it is labor management negotiation, and groupthink is different because it is pressure toward agreement. Question 40. A leader changes direction and support based on follower readiness during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A. Autocratic leadership. Option B. Bureaucratic management. Option C. Job enrichment. Option D. Situational leadership. The correct answer is option D. Situational leadership. Situational leadership fits because situational leadership adapts leader behavior to the maturity or readiness of followers. Autocratic leadership is different because it consistently centers decisions on the leader. Bureaucratic management is different because it emphasizes formal rules, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns jobs for motivation. Question 41. During a management case, frontline supervisors plan specific daily activities and work routines during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A. Strategic planning. Option B. Organization development. Option C. Benchmarking. Option D. Operational planning. The correct answer is option D. Operational planning. Operational planning fits because operational planning deals with short-range tasks, procedures, and schedules. Strategic planning is different because it covers broad long-term direction. Organization development is different because it focuses on planned organizational change, and benchmarking is different because it compares practices with leading performers. Question 42. How should a manager classify a situation where a manager chooses a leadership style based on the team's skill and the situation during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit? Option A. One best way approach. Option B. Equity theory. Option C. Centralization. Option D. Contingency theory. The correct answer is option D. Contingency theory. Contingency theory fits because contingency theory says effective management depends on situational factors. One best way approach is different because it assumes one method works everywhere. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness perceptions, and centralization is different because it concerns where authority is held. Question 43. When managers compare internal strengths and weaknesses with external opportunities and threats inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A. PERT analysis. Option B. SWOT analysis. Option C. Performance appraisal. Option D. Collective bargaining. The correct answer is option B. SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis fits because SWOT analysis organizes internal and external factors for strategic planning. PERT analysis is different because it schedules complex project activities. Performance appraisal is different because it evaluates an employee's work, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor agreements. Question 44. After managers review customer satisfaction results after service has been delivered inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A. Feed-forward control. Option B. Concurrent control. Option C. Feedback control. Option D. Recruitment. The correct answer is option C. Feedback control. Feedback control fits because feedback control uses completed results to improve future performance. Feed-forward control is different because it checks inputs before action. Concurrent control is different because it monitors work as it happens, and recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants. Question 45. If a project manager maps task sequences and dependencies for a complex project in a call center for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A. Gantt chart. Option B. Job description. Option C. PERT chart. Option D. Policy. The correct answer is option C. PERT chart. PERT chart fits because PERT helps plan and control projects with interdependent activities. Gantt chart is different because it focuses on task timing bars. Job description is different because it lists duties, and policy is different because it gives broad guidance. Question 46. To analyze a case where a manager focuses attention only on major deviations from standards at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, micromanagement. Option B, laissez-faire leadership. Option C, management by exception. Option D, job enlargement. The correct answer is option C, management by exception. Management by exception fits because management by exception saves attention for significant performance gaps. Micromanagement is different because it closely controls small details, laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives broad freedom, and job enlargement is different because it adds similar tasks. Question 47. For an exam item where a company gives managers broad guidance for handling customer refunds in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, procedure. Option B, rule. Option C, vision. Option D, policy. The correct answer is option D, policy. Policy fits because a policy is a general guideline for recurring decisions. Procedure is different because it gives exact steps to follow, rule is different because it states a specific required or prohibited action, and vision is different because it describes a desired future. Question 48. In a workplace example where a company prepares a backup response in case a supplier fails at a university office for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A, standing rule. Option B, job analysis. Option C, downward communication. Option D, contingency plan. The correct answer is option D, contingency plan. Contingency plan fits because a contingency plan prepares for possible future events or disruptions. Standing rule is different because it gives a continuing command for repeated behavior. Job analysis is different because it studies tasks and requirements, and downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Question 49. Before choosing an answer about a manager uses formal authority to impose a conflict decision quickly during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, accommodation. Option B, forcing. Option C, collaboration. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option B, forcing. Forcing fits because forcing is a win-lose style that relies on power or authority. Accommodation is different because it gives in to preserve harmony, collaboration is different because it seeks mutual gains, and compromise is different because it splits concessions between sides. Question 50. One manager notices that a manager postpones addressing a conflict and hopes it disappears during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, forcing. Option B, avoidance. Option C, collaboration. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option B, avoidance. Avoidance fits because avoidance delays or withdraws from conflict rather than solving it directly. Forcing is different because it uses authority to impose a solution. Collaboration is different because it openly works through both sides' concerns, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral facilitator. Question 51. Could a case where a leader rewards employees for meeting agreed performance targets during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A, transformational leadership. Option B, servant leadership. Option C, transactional leadership. Option D, situational leadership. The correct answer is option C, transactional leadership. Transactional leadership fits because transactional leadership uses exchanges, rewards, and corrective actions. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires commitment to change. Servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers, and situational leadership is different because it adapts style to readiness. Question 52. Why would a scenario where a job is redesigned to include more responsibility, achievement, and growth during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A, job enlargement. Option B, job rotation. Option C, job simplification. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option D, job enrichment. Job enrichment fits because job enrichment adds motivating factors to the depth of a job. Job enlargement is different because it adds more tasks at the same level. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and job simplification is different because it reduces task complexity. Question 53. Where does a company publishes standards for honest reporting, conflicts of interest, and fair dealing inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, budget. Option B, code of ethics. Option C, job description. Option D, Gantt chart. The correct answer is option B, code of ethics. Code of ethics fits because a code of ethics gives written guidance for expected ethical behavior. Budget is different because it is a financial plan, job description is different because it lists duties, and Gantt chart is different because it schedules project work. Question 54. Should a student connect? A supervisor motivates employees and guides them toward a shared goal inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A, leading. Option B, planning. Option C, organizing. Option D, controlling. The correct answer is option A, leading. Leading fits because leading focuses on influencing, motivating, and directing people. Planning is different because it is about setting direction before action. Organizing is different because it designs responsibilities and relationships, and controlling is different because it compares results with standards. Question 55. Which concept is shown when managers oversee the process that turns materials, labor, and information into goods or services in a call center for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, human resource management. Option B, operations management. Option C, strategic alliance. Option D, equity theory. The correct answer is option B, operations management. Operations management fits because operations management focuses on transforming inputs into valuable outputs. Human resource management is different because it focuses on people systems. Strategic alliance is different because it is cooperation between organizations, and equity theory is different because it explains fairness perceptions. Question 56. Employees in marketing and operations coordinate work at the same level at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, downward communication. Option B, upward communication. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, chain of command. The correct answer is option C, horizontal communication. Horizontal communication fits because horizontal communication occurs among people or units at similar levels. Downward communication is different because it flows down the hierarchy, upward communication is different because it flows up the hierarchy, and chain of command is different because it shows formal authority lines. Question 57. During a management case, an employee receives more tasks at the same skill level in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, job rotation. Option C, empowerment. Option D, job enlargement. The correct answer is option D, job enlargement. Job enlargement fits because job enlargement expands the number of similar tasks in a job. Job enrichment is different because it adds deeper responsibility and growth. Job rotation is different because it moves people among different jobs, and empowerment is different because it gives decision authority. Question 58. How should a manager classify a situation where a diagram shows formal positions and reporting relationships at a university office for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, balance sheet. Option B, organization chart. Option C, SWOT table. Option D, training plan. The correct answer is option B, organization chart. Organization chart fits because an organization chart visually displays formal authority and reporting lines. Balance sheet is different because it reports financial position. SWOT table is different because it summarizes strategic factors, and training plan is different because it develops employee skills. Question 59. When a leader focuses first on helping followers grow and succeed during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, transactional leadership. Option C, scientific management. Option D, servant leadership. The correct answer is option D, servant leadership. Servant leadership fits because servant leadership prioritizes follower development, service, and trust. Autocratic leadership is different because it emphasizes command by the leader. Transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes performance exchanges, and scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient work methods. Question 60. After a team member keeps discussion focused on goals, facts, and deadlines during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, task role. Option B, maintenance role. Option C, blocking role. Option D, informal authority. The correct answer is option A, task role. Task role fits because task roles help the group accomplish its work. Maintenance role is different because it supports relationships and morale. Blocking role is different because it disrupts group progress, and informal authority is different because it comes from influence rather than position. Question 61. If a department head groups jobs, assigns authority, and allocates resources during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, organizing. Option B, planning. Option C, leading. Option D, controlling. The correct answer is option A, organizing. Organizing fits because organizing creates the structure needed to carry out a plan. Planning is different because it chooses goals before the structure is built. Leading is different because it motivates people rather than designs jobs. And controlling is different because it checks performance after standards exist. Question 62. To analyze a case where an employee accepts the duty to complete an assigned task during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, authority. Option B, accountability. Option C, responsibility. Option D, centralization. The correct answer is option C, responsibility. Responsibility fits because responsibility is the obligation to perform assigned work. Authority is different because it is the right to direct work. Accountability is different because it is answerability for outcomes, and centralization is different because it keeps decisions at higher levels. Question 63. For an exam item where a manager compares actual performance with standards and corrects a gap inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, planning. Option B, controlling. Option C, organizing. Option D, leading. The correct answer is option B, controlling. Controlling fits because controlling measures results, compares them with standards, and triggers corrective action. Planning is different because it sets goals but does not measure completed results. Organizing is different because it assigns work and authority, and leading is different because it motivates people rather than evaluates variances. Question 64. In a workplace example where employees worry a new system will reduce their status or job security inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A, empowerment. Option B, resistance to change. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, orientation. The correct answer is option B, resistance to change. Resistance to change fits because resistance to change often comes from fear, uncertainty, or perceived loss. Empowerment is different because it gives people more discretion. Benchmarking is different because it compares against best practices, and orientation is different because it introduces employees to the organization. Question 65. Before choosing an answer about a manager studies how changes in one department affect suppliers, employees, and customers in a call center for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, scientific management. Option B, systems theory. Option C, job specification. Option D, downward communication. The correct answer is option B, systems theory. Systems theory fits because systems theory views the organization as interdependent parts within a larger environment. Scientific management is different because it focuses on efficient task design. Job specification is different because it lists worker qualifications, and downward communication is different because it describes message direction. Question 66. One manager notices that managers set expected revenues and spending limits for a department at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, organization chart. Option B, job description. Option C, grapevine. Option D, budget. The correct answer is option D, budget. Budget fits because a budget is a financial plan that helps allocate and control resources. Organization chart is different because it shows formal reporting relationships. Job description is different because it lists position duties, and grapevine is different because it is informal communication. Question 67. Could a case where workers are told that safety goggles must be worn in the lab in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A, rule. Option B, policy. Option C, strategy. Option D, empowerment. The correct answer is option A, rule. Rule fits because a rule states exactly what must or must not be done. Policy is different because it offers broad guidance rather than a specific command. Strategy is different because it sets broad direction, and empowerment is different because it gives employees more decision authority. Question 68. Why would a scenario where a team produces the same output using fewer resources at a university office for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A, efficiency. Option B, effectiveness. Option C, equity. Option D, authority. The correct answer is option A, efficiency. Efficiency fits because efficiency means using resources wisely with minimal waste. Effectiveness is different because it means achieving the right goals. Equity is different because it concerns fairness, and authority is different because it is the right to make decisions. Question 69. Where does new employees learn basic policies, expectations, and workplace routines during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, recruitment. Option B, performance appraisal. Option C, arbitration. Option D, orientation. The correct answer is option D, orientation. Orientation fits because orientation introduces new hires to the organization and their jobs. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, performance appraisal is different because it evaluates results, and arbitration is different because it resolves disputes through a binding third party. Question 70. Should a student connect a manager sets objectives and chooses actions before work begins during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A, organizing. Option B, leading. Option C, controlling. Option D, planning. The correct answer is option D, planning. Planning fits because planning is the function that defines goals and decides how to reach them. Organizing is different because it arranges resources after goals are set. Leading is different because it influences people to work toward goals, and controlling is different because it measures results against standards. Question 71. Which concept is shown when consultants help improve culture, teamwork, and readiness for change during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, scientific management. Option B, organization development. Option C, recruitment. Option D, budget variance analysis. The correct answer is option B, organization development. Organization development fits because organization development uses planned interventions to improve organizational effectiveness. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and budget variance analysis is different because it compares planned and actual financial results. Question 72. A leader inspires employees with a vision for major change during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, transactional leadership. Option B, scientific management. Option C, transformational leadership. Option D, budgetary control. The correct answer is option C, transformational leadership. Transformational leadership fits because transformational leadership motivates people through vision, meaning, and change. Transactional leadership is different because it focuses on exchanges and rewards. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, and budgetary control is different because it monitors financial results. Question 73. During a management case, experts give anonymous opinions through several rounds of questionnaires inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, town hall meeting. Option B, functional structure. Option C, Delphi technique. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option C, Delphi technique. Delphi technique fits because the Delphi technique gathers expert judgment while reducing direct social pressure. Town hall meeting is different because it is open discussion rather than anonymous expert rounds. Functional structure is different because it groups similar activities, and concurrent control is different because it monitors current work. Question 74. How should a manager classify a situation where two departments search for a solution that fully addresses both sides' concerns inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, avoidance. Option B, collaboration. Option C, forcing. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option B, collaboration. Collaboration fits because collaboration tries to create a win-win outcome by addressing underlying interests. Avoidance is different because it postpones or ignores the conflict. Forcing is different because it uses power to win at the other's expense, and compromise is different because it requires each side to give up something. Question 75. When a manager chooses a satisfactory solution because time and information are limited in a call center for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, perfect rationality. Option B, bounded rationality. Option C, brainstorming. Option D, management by exception. The correct answer is option B, bounded rationality. Bounded rationality fits because bounded rationality recognizes that managers cannot always make perfectly rational decisions. Perfect rationality is different because it assumes complete information and unlimited analysis. Brainstorming is different because it generates many ideas, and management by exception is different because it focuses attention on major deviations. Question 76. After a leader makes decisions alone and expects quick compliance at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, democratic leadership. Option B, laissez-faire leadership. Option C, autocratic leadership. Option D, servant leadership. The correct answer is option C, autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership fits because autocratic leadership centralizes authority in the leader. Democratic leadership is different because it invites participation. Laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers wide freedom, and servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers' needs. Question 77. If a manager must explain why a project missed its target in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, authority. Option B, accountability. Option C, delegation. Option D, recruitment. The correct answer is option B, accountability. Accountability fits because accountability means being answerable for results. Authority is different because it is decision-making power. Delegation is different because it transfers work and authority to another person, and recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants. Question 78. To analyze a case where a theorist emphasizes hierarchy, formal rules, and impersonal treatment at a university office for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, bureaucratic management. Option B, human relations management. Option C, transformational leadership. Option D, JIT inventory. The correct answer is option A, bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management fits because bureaucratic management explains organizations through formal authority, rules, and specialization. Human relations management is different because it emphasizes social and psychological factors. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires change through vision, and JIT inventory is different because it reduces inventory holding. Question 79. For an exam item where a supervisor corrects a process while employees are doing the work during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, feed-forward control. Option B, feedback control. Option C, concurrent control. Option D, strategic planning. The correct answer is option C, concurrent control. Concurrent control fits because concurrent control monitors activity in real time. Feed-forward control is different because it happens before work begins. Feedback control is different because it happens after work is complete, and strategic planning is different because it sets long-term direction. Question 80. In a workplace example where inspectors compare finished products with established specifications during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A, recruitment. Option B, quality control. Option C, delegation. Option D, vision. The correct answer is option B, quality control. Quality control fits because quality control checks outputs against standards to identify defects or variation. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants. Delegation is different because it assigns responsibility and authority, and vision is different because it describes a desired future. Question 81. Before choosing an answer about employees receive health insurance, paid leave, and retirement contributions during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, benefits. Option B, base pay. Option C, selection. Option D, SWOT analysis. The correct answer is option A, benefits. Benefits fits because benefits are indirect forms of compensation beyond direct wages or salary. Base pay is different because it is direct wage or salary compensation. Selection is different because it chooses employees, and SWOT analysis is different because it reviews strategic factors. Question 82. One manager notices that managers use organized data reports to support planning and control during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, management information system. Option B, labor union. Option C, job enrichment. Option D, autocratic leadership. The correct answer is option A, management information system. Management information system fits because MIS provides useful information for managerial decision-making. Labor union is different because it represents workers. Job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation, and autocratic leadership is different because it centralizes decisions. Question 83. Could a case where a new competitor enters the market with lower prices inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A, strength. Option B, opportunity. Option C, procedure. Option D, threat. The correct answer is option D, threat. Threat fits because a threat is an external condition that can harm performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage, opportunity is different because it is an external positive condition, and procedure is different because it is a sequence of steps. Question 84. Why would a scenario where a manager defines a problem, lists alternatives, evaluates them, and selects a solution inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A, grapevine. Option B, rational decision-making model. Option C, equity theory. Option D, laissez-faire leadership. The correct answer is option B, rational decision-making model. Rational decision-making model fits because the rational model uses a logical sequence to choose among alternatives. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, equity theory is different because it explains motivation through fairness, and laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers broad freedom. Question 85. Where does a company changes its processes to comply with new workplace safety rules in a call center for the Pinnacle unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, grapevine. Option B, job enrichment. Option C, power distance. Option D, government regulation. The correct answer is option D, government regulation. Government regulation fits because government regulation sets legal requirements that organizations must follow. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility, and power distance is different because it is a cultural value dimension. Question 86. Should a student connect, a manager has the formal right to make decisions and direct work at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit with which management concept? Option A, responsibility. Option B, authority. Option C, accountability. Option D, motivation. The correct answer is option B, authority. Authority fits because authority is the legitimate right to command resources and give orders. Responsibility is different because it is the duty to perform assigned work. Accountability is different because it is being answerable for results, and motivation is different because it is the drive to act. Question 87. Which concept is shown when executives choose broad long-term goals for the whole organization in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, strategic planning. Option B, operational planning. Option C, work scheduling. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option A, strategic planning. Strategic planning fits because strategic planning sets organization-wide direction over a longer time horizon. Operational planning is different because it focuses on short-term day-to-day activities, work scheduling is different because it assigns timing to tasks, and performance appraisal is different because it evaluates employee results. Question 88. A manager assigns a task and grants enough authority to complete it at a university office for the Pinnacle unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, centralization. Option B, job rotation. Option C, arbitration. Option D, delegation. The correct answer is option D, delegation. Delegation fits because delegation transfers responsibility for work along with the authority needed to do it. Centralization is different because it keeps authority near the top. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and arbitration is different because it uses a third party to make a binding dispute decision. Question 89. During a management case, frontline employees send suggestions and problems to senior managers during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, downward communication. Option B, horizontal communication. Option C, external communication. Option D, upward communication. The correct answer is option D, upward communication. Upward communication fits because upward communication flows from lower levels to higher levels. Downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Horizontal communication is different because it flows across peers, and external communication is different because it crosses organizational boundaries. Question 90. How should a manager classify a situation where employees follow a required sequence for approving purchase orders during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit? Option A, policy. Option B, mission. Option C, procedure. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option C, procedure. Procedure fits because a procedure lists the steps for completing a recurring task. Policy is different because it is broader and less step-by-step. Mission is different because it states the organization's purpose, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 91. When employees make small ongoing changes to improve a process during a leadership workshop for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, crisis management. Option B, job specification. Option C, continuous improvement. Option D, autocratic leadership. The correct answer is option C, continuous improvement. Continuous improvement fits because continuous improvement focuses on steady incremental gains. Crisis management is different because it responds to emergencies, job specification is different because it lists qualifications, and autocratic leadership is different because it centralizes decisions in the leader. Question 92. After a plant measures output produced per labor hour during a quality improvement meeting for the Pinnacle unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, profit margin. Option B, span of control. Option C, productivity. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option C, productivity. Productivity fits because productivity compares outputs with the inputs used to produce them. Profit margin is different because it compares profit with sales. Span of control is different because it counts direct reports, and job enrichment is different because it adds motivators to work. Question 93. If a project display shows tasks as bars across a timeline inside a sales department for the Pinnacle unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, organization chart. Option B, SWOT table. Option C, balance sheet. Option D, Gantt chart. The correct answer is option D, Gantt chart. Gantt chart fits because a Gantt chart visually schedules project activities over time. Organization chart is different because it shows reporting relationships. SWOT table is different because it summarizes strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and balance sheet is different because it reports assets, liabilities, and equity. Question 94. To analyze a case where managers estimate how much output a facility must be able to produce inside an HR department for the Pinnacle unit, which term should be selected? Option A, capacity planning. Option B, job evaluation. Option C, mediation. Option D, grapevine. The correct answer is option A, capacity planning. Capacity planning fits because capacity planning determines the production ability needed to meet demand. Job evaluation is different because it helps determine pay value. Mediation is different because it supports dispute resolution, and grapevine is different because it is informal communication. Question 95. For an exam item where a team member reduces tension and encourages quieter members to participate in a call center for the Pinnacle unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, task role. Option B, maintenance role. Option C, program decision. Option D, line authority. The correct answer is option B, maintenance role. Maintenance role fits because maintenance roles support group relationships and cohesion. Task role is different because it focuses directly on completing the work. Program decision is different because it handles routine problems, and line authority is different because it commands core work activities. Question 96. In a workplace example where a new customer segment appears in the market at a healthcare clinic for the Pinnacle unit, which concept is tested? Option A, weakness. Option B, strength. Option C, opportunity. Option D, policy. The correct answer is option C, opportunity. Opportunity fits because an opportunity is an external condition the organization can use to improve results. Weakness is different because it is inside the organization, strength is different because it is an internal advantage, and policy is different because it is a general decision guideline. Question 97. Before choosing an answer about an organization relies on written rules, hierarchy, specialization, and formal procedures in a growing retail firm for the Pinnacle unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, adhocracy. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, grapevine. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option B, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy fits because bureaucracy is a formal structure built around rules, hierarchy, and defined roles. Adhocracy is different because it is flexible and innovation-oriented. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation. Question 98. One manager notices that a team writes a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound at a university office for the Pinnacle unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, vision statement. Option B, grapevine. Option C, SMART goal. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option C, SMART goal. SMART goal fits because SMART goals are clear enough to guide action and evaluate results. Vision statement is different because it describes a desired future rather than a measurable target. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and bureaucracy is different because it is a formal rule-based structure. Question 99. Could a case where team members write ideas silently, discuss them, and rank the options during a product launch for the Pinnacle unit best point to which concept? Option A, brainstorming. Option B, nominal group technique. Option C, grapevine. Option D, job analysis. The correct answer is option B, nominal group technique. Nominal group technique fits because the nominal group technique reduces dominance by collecting individual ideas before voting. Brainstorming is different because it usually encourages open idea generation. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and job analysis is different because it studies work duties. Question 100. Why would a scenario where a manager receives so much data that the important signal is hard to identify during a budget review for the Pinnacle unit most likely test which idea? Option A, feedback. Option B, information overload. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, budgeting. The correct answer is option B, information overload. Information overload fits because information overload occurs when too much information reduces decision quality. Feedback is different because it is response information and communication. Benchmarking is different because it compares with leaders, and budgeting is different because it plans financial resources.